Lineage of evil. Oh my goodness. So this is a clear and present case of racism. Now, unfortunately, that word has been dragged through the mud, and for good cause, mind you, because I want you to understand the reason why that the word is so nebulous right now, currently in its present state, is because it benefits the Democrats and the Republicans. Because the white Democrats, well, they get to go, hey, this includes, trans people, this includes this group of people, this includes Hispanic people, this includes everyone. They've used it as an umbrella term. Guess what the white conservatives, the white Republicans have done? They have done the same thing. That's where we get anti-white racism. No such thing exists in this country or anywhere else on this planet as far as I'm concerned. That's what they do. So now they can say, hey, look, this is racism gets me. This is racism gets me. This, see, I'm suffering from racism. I'm the real victim. That's what's going on in the country. And both of those are lies, because what it boils down to, actual true racism, is using your wealth and power to suppress, to exploit, right, and to manipulate and subjugate another group of people with that power and wealth. That's what that means. And there's only one group of people, okay, who are currently undergoing racism in this country, and that is Black Americans. That's what it's always been in this country, and that's what it always will be in this country, unfortunately, until reparations get paid out. Then we can handle as far as the wealth gap, and then we can, build our own image, build our own networks, build our own businesses and whatnot, and support our own. But until that happens, the powers that be, they have control of that, and they're using that for nefarious reasons. This leads me to the Gofundme situation. So you have, I'm sure we're all aware of the Missouri teen fight that broke out, and I hope that the black girl sues, honestly, because she definitely should sue. Because I want you to understand how the media portrayed this was that this horrible black teen just beat up this innocent little white girl, and it was so sad and horrible. Look at what's going on. That's what happened. I don't care who it was, whether it's Fox News, whether it was all over or Twitter, because I want you to mind you that they doxed her on Twitter. What did Elon do? Absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, Elon is in the position where he's nothing more than a saltine himself. That's what he's doing. He's aligning himself with the white ignorance of the Republican racist party. That's what he is doing. What has happened is that this girl was railroaded, completely railroaded. People were coming up with theories, and all the theories, mind you, whenever it comes to a black person, all the theories are always maligning the black person. That's how that works in this country. So, of course, she was at fault. She was the one, everything. But even though the video showed that it was the white chick who initiated the fight, she initiated the fight. She's the one that swung first. They tried to malign this black girl. Now, what is happening? We have the tales of two people in this country. We have the little white girl, okay, Kaylee, and we have the little black girl, Maurice, I believe is her name. And both of them started to GoFundMe. Guess what has happened since then? Well, Kaylee has raised over, I think, $300,000 something for her injuries at the hospital. The little black girl, well, guess what? Her GoFundMe was discontinued. That's correct. GoFundMe apparently, allegedly, has disabled her GoFundMe. You can't click on it. You can't support her anymore. So this is precisely what racism is. Because you have to understand, what do you need when you go to court? It's not about, an attorney. All of that are great. But what you need is finances. You need capital. You need resources in order to get that attorney. You need, money to defend yourself. That's why when it comes to the United States of America, resources are extremely important. And due to racism in this country, who had the least amount of resources? Whose resources were stripped from them time and time again? Whose resources were absolutely burned to ashes and then nothing refunded? Whose resources were taken? Black Americans. And what they have done is that they have weaponized the legal system, the judicial system, and law enforcement against Black Americans. So that now when you get to court, what do you get? A public defender. And in certain circumstances, especially when it comes to life and death, when it comes to your sentencing, we all know that that's not what you want. Hell, they even know, because when you see these individuals go to court, they always had representation because they had the money, the capital to have that representation. So this is what I'm talking about when it comes to racism. They have ended her campaign, even though she was the one that was defending herself. She was the one. You may not like how she defended herself or to the extent of what she was how she defended herself, but at the end of the day, that is what she was doing. She was eliminating the threat. The same type of a threat that when officers put 300 or 500 rounds, you remember that video? I remember that story. So that's exactly what she was doing. And we have countless videos of white students doing this to other white students. No outcry, no sympathy, nothing calling them savages, because once again, they don't care. You have to understand, when it comes to the white ignorance, when it comes to the saltines of the conservative Republican Party, they don't care about their own. When they get actually, yeeted from law enforcement, they don't care. You've never once seen one protest from any of the white victims that I've talked about. Never once seen any legislation from any of the white victims that I've talked about from police brutality. What do we have? We have them trying to glorify Ashley Babbitt. So I want you to understand, this is what we're dealing with. They have no criminals because their criminals are heroes to them. Their criminals are patriots to them. And they let their innocent die by the wayside. So you have to understand, when you're dealing with a lineage of evil, this is what you're dealing with. That even though we have video after video after video, and I'm going to do another video on Kaylee, because it comes to find out that thanks to Rick Nasheed, that we have a background on Kaylee, that Kaylee is actually a bully. That Kaylee was actually a bully, and she was the one that was assaulting these girls in school. And turns out, it seems to be that Kaylee picked the wrong person, and she got her wake-up call. That's what happened. She got that knock, hello, night. That's what seemed to happen. But if you look at the media, if you look at Twitter, if you look at these outlets, they are painting a picture of anti-black racism. That's what they're doing. They're painting this black girl as a savage to the point where I believe it's the lieutenant governor, I could be mistaken, but a Republican in Missouri is trying to charge her as an adult. Meanwhile, we have the little white girl who shanks her boyfriend so many times and eats him, and she gets off on weed psychosis. They come up with ways to validate their evil. Do you understand? Do you see what I'm talking about? So it's absolutely a travesty. Hopefully the family puts out for their Cash App, their Venmo, whatever it is, okay? Because there are other ways to raise money for her legal defenses. Hopefully that's what happens. But it just goes to show you, evil is gonna evil, bro. Okay, what did I say? Frogs are gonna croak, bunnies are gonna hop, and crackers are gonna crack, okay? Demons are gonna do demonic stuff. That's how that works. Anyways, guys, that's a video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe legislation, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's good. She was wrong. Okay, she was an evil, wicked dog. That what happened to her was horrible. Or if you have to believe, I just find it interesting that you guys can do no wrong. You can do no wrong, and you're always victims. It's always, it's really interesting, bro. They were victims during slavery, right? Do you remember that? Lineage of evil. The shirts are coming out, bro. I'm trying to. I definitely need to have a shirt with that on it. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree with this video, you're more than welcome to call in during disagreement days, which are typically held Friday through Sunday. There'll be a number on screen. You call in, we duke it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Is there a way to fix this lineage of evil, or is it just, we just have to deal with this, bro, and just wait for them to die? And subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. Kaylee is actually a bully.